Hey, what's going on? Just got finished watching the Fulham versus Arsenal game at Craven Cottage there. Arsenal won, Fulham nothing. Again, you know what? This is only my third time doing this, but that was a hard watch, honestly. We have to take those wins. You're not going to win every game 5-0 thrashing teams. So listen, a dub's a dub. 3 points is 3 points. Top of the league right now with 19 points, which is fantastic. Going into the game against Atletico Madrid in Champions League midweek coming up in a couple of days. Where do I start? David Ray in the defense. Again, it's so hard to make comparisons for these videos when the defense isn't conceding. 0 goals, again, is unbelievable. We have the best defense in the world. It's bar none. Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Calafiori. Again, it's the same thing every single time I talk with these guys. They're doing their job. They don't have anything to do because we're holding possession. We're doing well the whole time. Fulham at home was honestly holding their line and getting back in their shape the whole game. Parking the bus at home against us is annoying. They only opened up at the end of the game there where they realized that they could get a couple of points off the game. Sorry, I realize I have to look down here if I'm looking at the camera. And when they were doing that, we're just holding the ball in possession, and it's annoying to play against because these guys are all behind the ball. You can't whip crosses into the box. Gyökeres is having a hard time getting his foot on the ball. He got slipped in twice there, and 2 good opportunities fell to us when he's getting the ball in the box there. 2 corners based off Eze slipping him in there and Saka finding him in the box later on as well. So this guy needs more touches in the box to be able to get goals. He's doing a phenomenal job as a striker. Good thing I have eyes and I can see that this guy's pulling defenders away, leaving Bukayo Saka, who was phenomenal today, by the way, in one-on-one situations where he has the free range to take on a defender, which he does brilliantly. He did it like 5-6 times during this game. And my man of the match, Saka had an unbelievable game today. It's a shame he didn't score. I'll go through the team again. CDMs, Zubamendi, and Declan Rice. I'd say they both had the same game. I personally, listen, I'm not the coach. I'm not the gaffer. I'm not telling these guys what to do during the game. But when you have a guy like Declan Rice playing in the double 6 pivot with Zubamendi there, and these guys are interchanging with the right backs because the right backs have freedom to roam into those central positions, I don't understand. It's like Declan Rice playing for England. He shouldn't be in that 6 role. I think he's an 8. Playing off that left, getting high in those positions there, drags people with him as well, leaves the winger, whether it's Trossard or Martinelli, wide open, and then Eze has more room to move in there, or Odegaard if he's on. And Declan Rice playing so far back leaves Eze isolated. Gyökeres is in that 9 position and isn't doing anything besides trying to get in that box and score goals. So Eze has a lot of work to do when it's just him up there and there's 2-3 guys defending him at all times as well, which obviously leaves us to ring it around the whole time. Again, annoying play because Fulham's not trying to go for it until the end. But, again, 6.5 performance by them. They didn't do anything crazy. They didn't, a couple of defensive efforts, sure, but it's the same as the defense. We're not conceding. We played well. And I can't wait till I can do a match reaction like this where we're thumping a team and there's a proper oomph I need to give after the game because the reactions have been the same. It's 2-0 win, a 2-0 win, and a 1-0 win that I've done so far. And each of them, we're not conceding. We're not pumping in the goals like we should be, but you're not going to pump in goals every game. I've been seeing a lot of Arsenal fans online talking about how, oh man, you should be going to West Ham. And I talked about this in my last game too. We should have been pumping goals, but I was wrong to say that. I can admit defeat there where you're not going to go and win every game 4-0. You're just not. You know what I mean? And the fact that we're catching away results like this in a London derby, perfect. 1-0 win, we ride. It could have been more. We could have had a penalty opportunity there. I think it's a collision of knees in that box there. It's worse of a foul than the Timber one in the last game where I didn't think it was a penalty. But whatever. It could have been 2-0. Gyökeres gets a goal and he's feeling himself again and feeling that confidence. But it is what it is. We ride. They didn't have any real clear-cut chances. They had a couple of opportunities where there's a couple of through balls played through, but nothing on target that was, stressing out Raya, stressing out our defense anywhere there. So a couple of volleys and stuff. But overall, I mean, there's not much for me to say during this video, which is crazy because we're missing Odegaard. We're missing that creative player. And again, at a certain point, there was 4 CDMs on the pitch? Marino, Norgard, Rice, Zubamendi, were they all on at the same time? Like, man, I get that you're not going to concede, and that's what you have to do to win games because in other games in the past, it's true. Listen, maybe I'm waffling because you put that on, you don't concede in a game where in the past they could slip one. All of a sudden, a slip up happens where you're trying to go for the second goal, and they have a counter and they score, and it's 1-1. You drop points, and I'm happy with the result. I can't be disappointed in that, but I need to see, and I'm sure I will. Listen, it's a long season. There's a lot going on still. We play Atletico Madrid midweek, so we'll see how that goes, and hopefully we can do something more attacking there. I know it's going to be an interesting game versus Atletico Madrid there, but we'll do what we can. And we ride. So again, seriously, this is gonna be a shorter video. I wish I had more to talk about, but there wasn't much to talk about there. We're missing Odegaard. I wish we had him back as well. Like I said, I'll keep saying this. If that guy's on and playing through balls and running the game and playing those cool positions, he's top 3 players in the league. Top 3 players in the league without a doubt. Eze in that 10 position, I'll quickly touch on him because he hasn't, unfortunately for Arsenal, he hasn't hit the ground running. And it's the same as Isak, right? That's playing on Liverpool right now. But with a guy like that, this is his second start in the position that he's supposed to be playing in. So he's still learning when guys are making runs and when he's receiving through ball passes and, whether he can turn or not and who is going to be making that through ball run or if he should hold the ball up and play it to a central midfielder that's going to be able to dictate the play a bit better. Again, it's his second game, so obviously he's Premier League proven, but I wish he was able to do a little bit more on the ball today when he's turning and taking those guys on in those positions. He had a couple of good passages of play, but he didn't play the best per se. So again, listen, we take it's just after an international break. You've had 2 weeks off of blending and meshing with your teammates here, so we're gonna take that momentum, take these wins. We ride with them and into Atletico Madrid on the weekday match this week on Tuesday, and yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you watching. This is again for my future children here, so I hope you guys are understanding how much I love this game and how cool it would be for you guys to see this in the future. So I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you'll be able to enjoy these later on in life. Take care, guys.